Namaste, my dears, and welcome to LaVi Sound and Yoga. I'm Laura, and this yoga class is dedicated to our hips. So we will stretch the hip, we will mobilize the hip, and we will strengthen the hip. So we will work with the outside, the inside, the front, and the back to have an all-around happy hip practice. We will start by laying down on the mat. Bring the feet to the floor and lay on your back. From here, place the hands next to you. Left foot stays on the floor and the right knee comes close to you. And then start from here to make a circle with your right knee. So by circling the right knee, we will take the whole range of motion from our hip here. The hip can make this big, nice circle. This is nice mobilization for our hip. Change the circle direction. Great. One more. Good. Then take the knee towards you. Take your right arm at the inside of your leg, and with your right hand, grab the right heel. Then the sole of your foot is pointing towards the ceiling. And then with your hand, push the heel a little bit down so the right knee comes closer to your armpit. But now at the same time, push with your heel into your hand. So it's an active movement here. So we strengthen the muscle in our hips. Take 2 more breaths here. Hand pushing into the heel and the heel into your hand. Great. And then release the right foot to your left thigh underneath your knee. The hands come back to the floor. So the hands are not helping. We push the right knee a little bit away from us, flex the right foot. So the right foot pushes into the left thigh, and now the left knee comes up. So the left foot comes up to the floor, from the floor. Both legs are active. And now you push the right knee towards you, but the right foot resists. And you are creating, again, these opposite forces here, push into each other. And you feel how your hip is working here. Belly also a little bit, actually. Wonderful. Then let go of the doing from the left foot, so the left foot can go down. And then make some circle with the left knee. And this circle is, again, mobilizing your right hip, but in a little bit different way than before. We have more the outside now of the hip. Also here, change circle direction. Great, nice. And then place the left foot down to the floor, the right foot next to it. Take 1-2 breaths here. Let both thighs relax. And then we continue with the other side. Left knee comes close to us. And then the left knee is drawing these big circles to make the movements in our hip. Left knee is circling. Good. And then circle the opposite direction. Super. Then take the knee towards you. Then the left arm now comes to the inside of your knee, and the left hand is grabbing your left heel. The foot points towards the ceiling, and now the hand is pushing the heel down, and at the same time, the heel resists and push into your hand. So activation of your hip muscle. Shoulders relaxed. Great. From here, bring the left foot to the right thigh underneath the knee. Left hand, or both hands, are actually now down, so the hands are not working. Left knee is pushing away from you. Left foot is pressing into the thigh, and then you pick up your right foot to take the right knee closer to you. Both legs are active. Push the right thigh towards you, and the foot wants to press the thigh away. Activation of the hip here. Belly is also a little bit working. Good. And then release the right foot and some circle with the right knee to mobilize the left area of the hip, thigh. Good. And other way around. Good. Really nice. Bring both feet down to the floor. Let the knees fall to each other for 1-2 breaths here to just feel. And then take the knees towards you. Bring the hands behind the knees and roll up and down if this is available for your spine. If not, just roll to the side. And then we arrive here. Bring the feet wide as the mat. And then we come into a Malasana squat. I just turn that you see what I'm doing. So the feet are wide. And then you bring the upper arms to the inside of your knee. Bring the hands together and then open the chest. So you are open and with a long, nice straight back. But we are here at the beginning of the mat where I was before. Good. Then from here, release the hands down and come with the straight legs into a forward fold. For this, let the feet come again parallel, facing front, and just release here. Then roll slowly up. Take your arms with you. Take your arms up. And exhale, bring the hands towards your heart. Inhale, bring the arms wide. And with your exhale, come into a forward fold. From here, bring the right foot back on your mat. Bring the right knee down to the floor. And then just bring the hip a little bit backwards. And then let the hip drop down. Come onto your fingertips. Open the chest. Bring the hip back. And let it drop. So a little bit forward and backward movements just to stretch the front here. Groin area. Good. One more. And then from here, bring your hands down to the floor and bring the left knee towards the right. So we are in a tabletop position on all fours, on your hands and knees. The hands are underneath the shoulder. From here, pick up your right knee and take it underneath your body. And then make big circles with your knees. So we know this already. We did it in a lay down position. And now we do it on all fours. So the knee is circling with big circles. Good. Change the circle direction. Really, really good mobilization here. And then one more circle. And then do a half circle. And the foot is landing now to the outside of your right hand. Bring the hip down and down like it's dropping down to the floor. Bring the left hand to the floor. And then open your right arm up. And at the same time, you let the left hip drop a little bit more. So you're coming into a twist, but at the same time, you also feel the stretch in your hips. Nice. Exhale, hand down. Right foot is already out at the outside of your mat. You're right on the edge of your mat. The left foot picks the knee up. And then the left foot is also stepping to the outside of your left hand. So we can come back into our squat. Hands together, open chest, nice long back. So squat is, I think, one of the healthiest asana I know for a lot of reasons, but also for opening our hips. Bring the hands down and come into a forward fold, feet parallel. In, come all the way up, inhale. And exhale, hands to your heart. Good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lean forward, forward fold. Left foot steps back on your mat, left knee down. Let the hip come a little bit backwards and then let it drop. Left thigh long. Backwards and down. Good. 2 more times. And last one. Good. Bring your hands down to the mat. Right knee comes to the left into a tabletop position. And now we are doing the circles with the left knee. So take the knee underneath your body and circle big circles out from your hip joint. Good. Change the circle direction. Good. And then last circle. And the next circle brings the left foot outside your left hand. Drop the hip down. Right hand stays on the mat. Left arm open. So the right hip drops a little bit more. Open here. Press into the right hand. Good. One more breath. Exhale, hand down. And the right foot comes now to the outside of your right hand, that we can one more time come into this Malasana squat, hands together, chest open. Exhale, come into a forward fold, feet parallel. From here, come only halfway up, so hands to your chin bones, long, nice back. Exhale, right foot steps back onto your mat. Come into a high lunge, so you come up, left knee is over your left heel. Both legs are super strong and active. Arms up next to your ears, shoulders relax. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, hands right and left from your foot. And then step back into a downward facing dog. Good. Press into the hands. And then we continue with the circles of our hips, because it's so good for our hips. Bring the right leg up. Bend the knee without opening the hip. Okay, so just bend the knee and then circle here. If this is too much for you, you just stay in down dog and then circle the other circle direction. Good. From here, step the right foot outside the right hand. This time, left knee stays in the air. Bring the left hand on the floor. And then we come on the outside of both feet. So the right foot, like pivot on the outside of the edge of the foot, and the left foot as well, if it's possible. Then take the right arm up. And at the same time, bring the hips up. So you activate the hips. So the hips are working. Press the feet into the floor and open the right arm. Nice. Exhale, back with the hands, with the feet. And then step forward into a forward fold. Hands to chin bone, long, nice back. Exhale, fold forward, forward fold. Left foot steps back on your mat. Inhale, come up, high lunge. Both legs are active, but we feel the length and stretch on the left groin area. Inhale here. Exhale, hands down. Come into a downward facing dog. Press the hands into the floor. Bring the left leg up. Bend the knee without opening the hip. And then just circle here. Good. Circle the opposite direction. And the last circle steps your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Knee stays up. Right hand comes down to the floor. Pivot on the outsides of your foot, the edges of your foot, the right foot and the left foot. Take the left arm up and take the hip up. So the hip is working. It is active here. Press into the right hand and breathe. Don't forget to breathe. One more. Great. Hands down. And then just come into a downward dog. So step back, down dog, and take 2 or 3 breaths here. Wonderful. Then from here, bring the knees down to the floor. And then come into a seat on your mat. Then from here, bring the feet in front of you. So like hip width distance apart. Then bring the right foot and slide it behind the heel on your mat. So the right shin bone is parallel in front of you. You have two options. Well, option one is the left heel is just in front of your right knee, or you'd bring the foot on the knee. Be really honest with yourself what is possible for you. Flex the feet, bring the hands next to you, make a nice long back, and then lean forward just as much as you can. Bring the hands as well forward. And then breathe here to the side of your hip. So we have a nice stretch at the sides of our hip here. Nice. Come back up. Bring the feet again on the mat. And then we change. Left foot slide behind the right heel. So the left shin bone is in front of us. Option one, foot is in front of the knee, or the foot is on top of the knee. And then from here, first, lengthen your back. You can also sit upright on something if this feels better, and then lean forward. Only always in your own ability, in contact with your body. Nice. Come up, and then place the feet again hip width distance. Bring the hands to the back, and then let the knee fall to one side and then the other, which is also a mobilization for your hips, but also a nice neutralization after all the stretches we've done now. Good. And then come into crossed leg or any other seated position of your choice. I invite you to take 1-2 breaths together into the awareness of your body. So if you want, close your eyes to just feel how maybe more space, more strength was created in your hip area, or maybe you also feel how the energy or awareness from your hip is moving into your legs, into the upper body. Beautiful. And I give my gratitude towards you that we practice together. Thank you so, so much. Let me know in the comments if you like the class and if you wish more hip classes maybe, or whatever you wish for. And I hope to see you soon. Please check out the video description where we have our offers from our yoga side and our sound healing side. So hope to see you again soon. Namaste.